Ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally come where I upgrade my crappy AMD 320L from Cooler Master to a nice brand new 500DX from Be Quiet. Now the reason I'm upgrading is, quite frankly, because my PC case is crap. I did a crap spray paint job trying to customize it. Overall, it's just a crap quality case. Things don't work, things are broken, and it just looks really crap in general, and it's too loud. So I came across Be Quiet's affordable at $150 Australian dollar case, the Be Quiet 500DX, and quite frankly, it is a great case. And the question I want to answer today is, do PC cases matter in terms of performance? So let's jump into the video. In terms of the specs of my system, I'll be running a Ryzen 5 5600 overclocked to 4.65 GHz at 1.325 volts, cooled by the Hyper 212. This is paired with an Asus Dual RX 6600 XT. All of this is on a B450 motherboard. So overall, it's a fairly competent system that's able to run all our tests at 1440p high settings. In terms of the cases, I'll start with my great Cooler Master MB320L that I tried to spray paint. Then I'll move on to my Be Quiet 500DX, the most beautiful and simple case out there at the moment for 150 Australian dollars. Okay, so we're in Fortnite and we're running at around 90 FPS on average, with 56 as our 1% low and 23 as our 0.1% low. So yeah, it's really not a bad experience and the game looks pretty great. In terms of our temps, we're hitting around 64 degrees on the GPU and around 60 on the CPU. So it's more than fine temps at the moment. Now considering the ambient temperature in my neighborhood right now is around, I want to say 20 degrees Celsius, it's not bad. But if you were having a hotter day on the day that you were playing, yeah, you could experience some hotter temps in your system. But yeah, definitely a playable experience. Alright, well, I hate this game, so yeah, it runs very well, 65 degrees on the GPU, 60 on the CPU, so yeah, very appropriate temperatures, and we're getting good FPS overall. Oh my, okay, so driving around in GTA, apparently there's planes everywhere. What is this? Okay. 2001 over again? Maybe? But definitely a playable experience, 84 FPS on average. Everything seems to be fine. We're in the online version, so it is a little harder on that CPU. But overall, at very high settings, yeah, it's completely playable. Everything is just normal. And our GPU is sitting at 58 degrees, and our CPU is sitting at 61 degrees. So, yeah, definitely a playable experience. Now it's time to change PC case. Alright, so we're back in Fortnite, and so far it seems pretty normal. Our GPU is sitting at 57 degrees and our CPU is sitting at 60, so very respectable temperatures. In terms of FPS, I can't really feel that much of a difference. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting that much of an improvement. But that's not to say that there isn't one. Last time we were getting on average around 89 FPS, with 53 as the 1% low and 24 as the 0.1% low. I will note that today is actually warmer than it was the other day when I was testing, so I don't think that it's a very fair test, but we are seeing a performance improvement even though it is warmer today. So I think overall, yeah, it does make a difference with a better case. Okay, so having played Fortnite for about 20 minutes, you can see that our average FPS is actually a fair bit better, maybe 10%. We're sitting at around 90 FPS, and our 1% low and 0.1% low is much better, sitting at 66 and 47. And our thermals are much better, nothing in the 60s yet, and we're just sitting around the high 50s. So yeah, it's actually got a fair bit of an improvement. Okay, so we're now back in game, and as you can see, we're getting about the same FPS, maybe a little bit of a performance improvement. Last time we were looking at 85 FPS as the average, 66 as the 1% low, and 53 as the 0.1% low. So yeah, it's around that same level, and I didn't really expect to be that much of a difference in this game. While yes, there is a little bit of a performance improvement, it's not really tangible to make that much of a difference while playing in the game. So I'd say that either is sort of a playable experience in this case. Okay, so I've been playing for about 5 minutes now, and as you can see, we've actually improved a fair bit. So 90 FPS, that's 5 more than 85, 69 is about 5 more than 64, and yeah, it's actually improved a fair bit. So yeah, I think it does make a difference overall. Oh, and for all you nerds out there, here are a few graphs about the data. The 2 FPS results are first, followed by the temperatures and the improvements. Yeah, and I think the temperatures is really where we see the most benefit from that 500DX. It really helps to bring them down about 5 or so degrees. So overall, getting a new case doesn't make that much of a performance difference. We saw about 5%, 10% improvement depending on what game we were playing. But that's not to say that getting a new case isn't good. For one, it improves thermals of your parts, meaning they're going to last longer and they'll run at a lower temp. Secondly, getting a new PC case is actually quite nice. It gives you a new look for your system and also doesn't have to cost $500 like a GPU would. So overall, I'd recommend getting a new case if you want to spruce up your old build. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, dislike it. And as always, I'm TechBiz, and I'm out.